Metro on WDET. I'm Tia Graham. Now, artists in Detroit largely depend on support from charitable organizations and government funding. So what does that support look like? The Detroit Office of Arts, Culture, and Entrepreneurship, or ACE, is the city's department that oversees its investment in the arts and supports the city's creative workforce. Lacey Holmes is the project manager for Detroit ACE, and she joins us now to help us understand the city's role in this conversation. Lacey, welcome to the Metro.
Thank you, Tia. I'm thrilled to be here.
I'm happy to have you here, too. It's been a little bit, but we finally got you on the show. So let's get to some basic definitions out of the way early on. What is Detroit ACE's main function within the city government?
So we are the city's office that oversees Detroit's investment in the creative workforce. Mm-hmm. That is like the basic nuts and bolts of what we do, but that covers a myriad of many different things.
Yeah, so overseeing the investment. So are you overseeing like the different dollars that are coming in? Are you overseeing like who's investing where, what's happening? Talk a little bit about the way that works.
Sure. So we're the office that holds some things like the city historian, Jamon Jordan, composer laureate, Patrick Prouty, and poet laureate, Jessica Care Moore. So our office houses these and supports these offices. We also host a website that lists different opportunities and things going on around the city. We've done some pretty big projects over the years that ACE has been around. We've done the city arts alleys where we worked with block clubs and city groups around to revitalize their arts alleys and turn them into spaces where communities can come and be creative, join, learn, and that's a really beautiful thing that I'm excited about.
Yes. And you've been with the department for 4 years now. When we think about this support, especially from the office, Detroit ACE's office, what does support look like?
So support comes from many, many different ways. Our main goal is to make sure that every artist in Detroit knows that they are a small business and should operate like a small business. And so we want to let them know there's opportunities to get educated here, but also stay and work here in their creative field. So we are here to support that and make sure we do trainings, entrepreneurship trainings with office that are free, that are online, where they can work with someone in management or legal to help them navigate those parts of turning their creativity into a small business. So we do some education, we do programming, we do a lot just celebrating this creative workforce.
With a small team of people as well.
Yes.
So, just thinking once again about the conversation and everything that we've been talking about this whole entire hour, actually, in my conversation with Halima Casillas and Sydney James, we discussed how art is valued. From the government perspective, city's perspective, what value does art bring to the city?
Oh, my goodness. So when we talk about Detroit and art and value, there is no value. Like Detroit, just historically, and I love if you get the chance, come out February 12th. City historian Jamon Jordan is going to be doing his annual Black History Month lecture at the Wright Museum. And what he gets into is how Detroit, really from its founding, has been a key area for arts and community and growth. So when we talk about support of the arts, we want to let people know that if you're from Detroit, you can stay here and become an artist. If you're not originally from Detroit like me, you can come here and support the arts and be part of this community. And that, we want to know what you're doing. And most importantly, we want to celebrate it. I had the opportunity to go to Tokyo last year and talk about Detroit's investment in the creative workforce and inspire other cities around the world to say that, if you want to have a thriving, vibrant metropolis, arts is such an important part of that and an investment in the creative workforce.
I mean, it's one thing to hear about Detroit's appeal internationally, but to, hear that you were there in Tokyo talking about Detroit's arts exports. I mean, if you could expand a little bit more about the way, from your perspective and the 4 years you've been working with the department, how the city of Detroit and its arts are viewed internationally.
Internationally, so when you say Detroit, everybody in the world knows Motown. Everybody in the world, but I like to let people know, did you know that techno was founded in Detroit. We are a mecca for jazz. We are a mecca for blues, hip hop, of course. So every single type of music is here and being creative, and people know that. And abroad, people were really interested in how the city does our mural programs. One of the things that Detroit ACE holds is the Detroit Mural Map, which is a working map where we are uploading so far. It's a project that's near and dear to my heart. We've uploaded over 800 murals in the city. So you can visit our website, DetroitArtsAndCulture.com, see the map. You can look at pictures of the murals, where they are, and who painted them. And we're continuing to work with all of the artists to make sure that their murals are captured on the map as well.
I know my eyes went like really big when you said 800.
800, and 800 doesn't even scratch the surface. I know there's so much more street art out there that we would love to get documented.
I mean, it's surprising, but it's not as surprising as it is, because I drive through the neighborhoods, I'll drive down streets, and I'll just see a new mural or something new on the wall, and I'm just like, where did that come from? I'm just, okay, cool. It's just like, it's really amazing just to be a lifelong Detroiter and to see some of these things popping up on the wall. So, it's great to see.
Excited. I drive around and I go, oh, a mural can go there. I want to put a mural there. Let's put a mural there.
And it's just really nice to just see the beautification of some of these spaces. Mm-hmm. So we're listening to the Metro right now. We're talking about the functions of Detroit ACE. Our guest is project manager for Detroit ACE, Lacey Holmes. Now, how are you currently building relationships with Detroit artists from all levels? So we're talking about from the Jessica Care Moores all the way down to artists whose names may not be known yet.
Yes, so there's a few different ways. We have a great mailing list where we send out a newsletter once a month that lets all artists know about opportunities, what ACE is doing, upcoming events. We also last year did something called the Performing Arts Summit, where we brought together performers and leaders in theater, music, film, and dance to talk about the landscape, what their needs are, and how we can all collaborate to really celebrate our city and the amazing work that's going on. We also do a series called ACE Nights around town. Also, we are the Office of Arts, Culture, and Entrepreneurship, but we like to call ourselves Detroit ACE. We hope you will too. And where we are uplifting our famous institutions, the Fisher and the Fox Theater, the Detroit Opera House, and inviting Detroiters to come and see shows at these institutions with what we call Detroit discount tickets.
Yes. And once again, there's so many different things we can get into with what Detroit ACE does around the city of Detroit. Mm-hmm. But Sydney James and Halima Casillas did mention the need for funding local artists as well. Is that something the city is working on, or even possible that you can do?
Yes, so we are, the office is funded through support of the city and through philanthropic dollars. We encourage everybody to reach out to ACE and just let us know what you need and what you're looking for, and we will see what we can do, or at least help connect you with other opportunities that we work on. It's all about sharing information and connection, and most importantly, collaboration, so that everybody is able to do the creative work that they love.
Yeah. And for some people who think about just in the past, of course, this is before you were here in the city of Detroit, but, there was a crackdown on graffiti. There was a crackdown on some of the wall tagging, quote unquote. How can the department make sure that artists and their visions are represented, but also making sure that you mend some of those feelings that we may still hear from some of the artists?
Sure. So, Detroit ACE welcomes all artists to reach out. You can email detroitace@detroitmi.gov. And for anybody who feels like they haven't been heard, I am here to hear them. And, let them know that the city wants to work with our creative workforce to enhance everything that we're doing and enhance our goals to uplift the creative workforce. I would say that if they want to know more, to visit our website, and if they're looking for opportunities, that, again, it's all about connection and how we can work together to get things done. There's not only ACE, but there's also other city departments that work with murals and blight removal as well.
Okay. And so the biggest takeaway from that is you guys are open.
Yeah, we're open. I am here. I'm very, very excited. I love what I do. I've had the opportunity to work in arts administration in Detroit and in Chicago for nearly 15 years now, and this is what I'm about, is making sure that every artist knows that they have an opportunity to be seen, be heard, and to create.
And, thinking about the future of the Detroit Office of Arts, Culture, and Entrepreneurship, and thinking about Gen Z, how are you all connecting with the next generation of artists? Once again, we heard from Sydney and Halima a little bit earlier, and they were just talking about how there have been so many doors opened up for so many artists today. So what does that look like, that connection with Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and the kids in school right now?
So we're really excited. Right now, I'm working in partnership with Culture Source, and we have two high school interns that have been working with our office since this summer, one from Cass and one from Jalen Rose. They are now seniors, and they come with the best ideas. I'm pretty hip, but not hip enough for Gen Z.
I like to call myself old. I'm old.
And try to get them involved. And ACE also has at the Butzel Recreation Center in Courchevel the first city-sponsored youth arts gallery. So I want everybody to be looking out for our next showing, which is going to be featuring youth from Detroit students.
Oh, I mean, do you have a time frame when that's going to open up, that art show?
Yeah, I would say sit tight. It's coming soon.
Okay,
but yes.
That's
you'll definitely be seeing more soon. And we did do our first show in May where we had over 40 pieces from DPSCD students featured, some as young as 10 years old.
I love hearing that. And I'm not too far from that recreation center. So hearing that is just really, it excited me there. But wrapping things up with you, just once again, thinking about the office and the things that you all have been able to provide for the city in the 6 years since your return to the city in operation, thinking about the next decade or so, what are some big projects that you all have your minds set for?
Yes, so some big projects are, again, continuing that Detroit has a historian, a poet laureate, and a composer laureate. Our current composer laureate is doing something really exciting called Concerts for Caring. And Concerts for Caring is happening at St. Peter and Paul Jesuit Church on February 22nd at 3 o'clock. And these are free jazz concerts. The next concert will be headlined by Vincent Chandler. And speaking of youth, we are also, the concerts are opened by Wayne State Jazz Ensemble. So we're working with the college students. And these concerts are free to attend in support of Detroit's unhoused population. So we are accepting donations in partnership with United Way for people to bring household items that people need: pots, pans, sheets, warm clothing. They're also accepting cash donations. So that's another way that we connect with the community and also share the artistic talent of Detroit.
Lacey Holmes is the project manager for the City of Detroit Office of Arts, Culture, and Entrepreneurship. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Tia. This was great.
Yes. In the Metro is produced by Sam Corey, Carey Jr. II, Robin Vincent, and me, Tia Graham. Our engineer is Nate Bender, music done by Sam Bobian, and our senior producer is David Lyons. This is WDET-FM, Detroit Public Radio, your connection to news, music, and conversation. You all have a great day.